The Amalfi Coast looks like a slice of heaven right here on Earth. Situated in southern Italy's Campania region, this World Heritage Site spans an impressive 34 kilometers of breathtaking landscape, complete with towering coastal cliffs displaying lush vegetation and colorful cities coexisting with the startling blue waters of the Mediterranean. This stretch of Italian coastline captivates the hearts and minds of nearly 5 million visitors every year. Today, we'll show you what makes Amalfi Coast such a wonderful place and how you can make the most of your visit with our travel guide. Hey there! If you're new here, welcome to our channel. We provide vacation travel guides for some of the most adventurous regions around the world. In this video, we'll be providing a travel guide for anyone planning to explore the Amalfi Coast. Before we begin, please hit those like and subscribe buttons below to help our channel grow. The Amalfi Coast, located in Campania, is a 50-kilometer strip of shoreline around the southern tip of Italy's Sorrentine Peninsula. The coast and the 13 seaside towns that call it home are all connected via the SS 163 highway, considered one of the most scenic drives in the world. This picturesque landscape of pastel fishing villages and sandy coves set against a backdrop of towering cliffs is a major tourist hotspot. Driving from Salerno's port to Sorrento's perched cliffs, you'll pass stately mansions, verdant vineyards, and lemon orchards on the sea's edge. Many villages that make up the Amalfi Coast have a long and illustrious history, with a significant historical and artistic landmarks. Each town comes equipped with signature Amalfi topography, as well as standout attributes of its own. The fascinating contrast between the Amalfi Coast's high-end attractions and its rustic countryside hasn't changed over the years. You can find a more rural life just a seagull spit away from the luxury boats, chauffeur-driven Mercedes-Benz, and five-star hotels. The best time to visit the Amalfi Coast is in the spring and fall, specifically May and September. During these months, crowds are largely gone and temperatures are the most comfortable, with highs in the 70s and 80s. Though summer may sound like the ideal option, travelers flock to the tiny towns that line the Amalfi Coast, making things fairly crowded. Winter travel is great for scoring a deal, but it's also when cafes and restaurants close up shop for the season. Though the best way to get around the Amalfi Coast is by car, the cost of rentals and taxis and private cars adds up fast. We recommend taking the Cita bus, which services the entire region and offers rates as low as $2.40. Due to the geography of the coast, beaches consist of pebbles instead of sand. Make sure to bring the proper footwear. The towns in the Amalfi Coast are built into cliffs and feature streets unable to accommodate cars. Not only that, but many of the region's beaches don't offer parking and are only accessible by stairs or trails. So, be prepared to hike. The closest airport to the Amalfi Coast, by the way, is Naples International Airport. To get from Naples to the Amalfi Coast, the Positano Tourism Board highly recommends arranging a private car transfer, especially if you're taking a long flight to get to the coast. If you leave the crowded port district of Salerno and make your way east toward the Amalfi Coast, you'll pass the village of Vietri and its ceramic workshops. On the other hand, the western route plunges right into the most breathtaking scenery, winding from Meta just before Sorrento up to the Colli di San Pietro and down to Positano with dizzying vistas of the foam below. You may take a boat from Positano's dock to the nearby Grotta della Matera, where you can explore the picturesque, eerily named Bay of Marina de Crapola, which features the remnants of a Roman villa right on the beach. And don't forget to visit the three little islands of Ligali, where legend has it the sirens lived and lured unsuspecting sailors to their deaths with their alluring songs. The best towns to visit on Amalfi Coast. Sorrento is conveniently located halfway between Positano and the rest of the Amalfi Coast, making it the ideal starting point for any area exploration. Check into the Grand Hotel Excelsior Victoria, a venerable establishment perched on a cliff above the port that has been under the same family's care for 5 generations. With its Aperol spritzes served by immaculately dressed waiters in white jackets, the patio may make you feel like you've been transported to an Italian version of Wes Anderson's Grand Budapest Hotel. As night falls, take a stroll through the winding streets, avoiding the tourist traps, and make your way to Sorrento quality food, where you can get some of the best limoncello, jams, and candies in the world, all of which are crafted from the region's aromatic lemons and oranges. We recommend Il Buco, a restaurant with 2 Michelin stars, where Chef Pepe Aversa creates exquisite dishes using simple ingredients like tomatoes and fish gathered in the area. Formerly a quiet fishing village, Positano is today one of the Amalfi Coast's most popular tourist spots. Tourists with selfie sticks are more ordinary on the narrow streets and beaches than a local fisherman. But the stunning view of the pastel-colored buildings, domed cathedrals, and dramatic mountains makes up for the crowds. Positano is particularly known for its handcrafted sandals. You'll find plenty of shops selling locally made linen clothes and more vintage tailored styles. Head to Buca di Bacco for cooking classes and learn how to prepare regional appetizers. Positano is also home to one of the coast's most exciting recent openings. Mar, the Roman Archaeological Museum, is a mind-blowing Roman villa beneath the town's bell tower. Positano is also the endpoint for one of Italy's most stunning hiking trails. The Path of the Gods is a gentle 5-hour hike that snakes high above the sea. Years before the surrounding area became well-known, Steinbeck stayed at Le Sirenuse, the most renowned hotel in town. The 58-room hotel is run by the Cersale family and has a beautiful restaurant with amazing views of the Mediterranean Sea, making it a pilgrimage site for Americans. It's a feast for the eyes, surrounded by exquisite tilework, lemon trees, and plentiful art. Amalfi, the village that gave its name to the coastline, is a picturesque labyrinth of winding lanes and whitewashed buildings that leads up to steep stairways and stunning beaches. Duomo de Sant'Andrea, a massive cathedral built in the 9th century with characteristic black and white tiles, Moorish architectural influences, a bell tower, and a large stairway leading to the square is the primary attraction. Stores selling coral jewelry, painted pottery, handmade stationery, leather products, confectionery, and more may be found in the streets that branch out from the cathedral. The town of Amalfi is Italy's oldest maritime republic, once serving as a big commercial and technical hub in the Mediterranean. You'll see some fascinating remnants of history, including the Museo della Carta, dedicated to Amalfi's handmade paper industry, and housed inside a 13th century paper factory, which has been going strong since medieval times. Of course, Amalfi lemons are everywhere, but the best way to see them is through the Amalfi Lemon Experience. The Aceto family has been growing lemons just above town for 6 generations. They opened their farm for limited tours of the lemon groves, picnics, and cooking classes with the family. In a Liberty-style house built in the 19th century, the 5-star hotel Santa Caterina offers spacious, luxurious accommodations with brightly tiled flooring, crisp white bedding, and breathtaking sea views. Guests can use the glass elevator to head down to the beach club and private pool. Hotel Santa Caterina provides an excellent buffer from the hectic summer crowds. Ravello's elevation keeps it from experiencing the same level of crowding as nearby Positano. There are a lot of sightseers in the central plaza, but if you keep going up the hilly route, you'll reach Villa Cimbrone. The home, constructed in 1905 and famous in the 1930s when Greta Garbo came to rest here, features grounds with some of the most stunning vistas on the Amalfi Coast. Famous writers such as the well-traveled Gore Vidal have proclaimed it the most beautiful spot they've ever visited. The Palazzo Avino and the Belmont Hotel Caruso, both in keeping with the town's understated luxury, are two of the most popular places for those who value seclusion and peace. Palazzo Avino features a spa, an outdoor pool, and an informal martini bar, in addition to its 43 guest rooms and suites and the Michelin-starred Rossellini's restaurant. The Belmont Hotel Caruso is located in a palace dating back to the 11th century and boasts of an infinity pool, free boat cruises, and frescoed ceilings. The Ravello Festival, a classical musical festival held in the town square from July to September, is stored in the town's most famous villa, Villa Ruffolo, a source of inspiration for Richard Wagner. Capri, an iconic island and a glittering paradise which has been featured in countless films and books. Though the island's popularity was rekindled in the 1960s thanks to Jackie O, Elizabeth Taylor, and Brigitte Bardot, visitors have been lured to its limestone cliffs and turquoise waters since ancient Rome, when Emperor Tiberius spent time there. The enchanting Grotta Azzurra and the breathtaking views from the top of Monte Solaro on Anacapri have stood the test of time. Here, high-end designers like Fendi and Hermes coexist with traditional artisans like De Costanzo and Angela Puttini at their jewelry shops. Capri is a great destination for a day vacation, but if you want to make it home before evening, you'll need to check the final ferry's departure time. Grab an aperitif at Bar Al Piccolo on the Piazzetta and head over to Aurora or Da Paolino for leisurely dinners of homemade pasta and fresh seafood. We recommend spending the night at the chic JK Place Capri or the grandiose Grand Hotel Kisisana. That sums up our travel guide for adventure in the city of Amalfi Coast. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you click the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, ensure you also click the subscribe and most importantly, click the bell icons to be notified when a new video is uploaded. Also, feel free to leave a remark if you have any recommendations for videos. Have a great day, everyone, and thanks once again.